the 1980s, during the slasher boom, every movie director wanted to make the next Halloween or Friday the 13th. It seemed like there was slasher movies being released every month during this decade, but with such an overabundance of movies being made, of course there's gonna be some bad ones in the bunch. A lot of bad ones. But even so, there's some sort of entertainment to be found in some terrible movies, like the weird editing, hilarious acting, and questionable story beats.
Hey bud, what happened to your clothes?
I got molested in the little boy's room!
But here's a movie that has none of that. A movie so bad that there's no redeeming qualities to be found within it. And that movie is Scream. No, I'm not talking about Wes Craven's Scream. You know, the more popular one that's actually good. No, I'm talking about its forgotten older cousin from 1981. Scream, also known as The Outing, or The Butcher, the Baker, and the Candlestick Maker, not to be confused with Butcher, Baker, Nightmare Maker, is about this group of people on a business rafting trip that land on an abandoned western ghost town. They camp out there for the night until an unseen killer stalks them and kills them one by one. It was written and directed by Brian Quisenberry, who was actually a stuntman as well, and he was in some movies like The Return of the Living Dead, Earthquake, and Enter the Devil. He started directing first with this movie I'm talking about, and then later on directed a movie called Big Chuck, Little Chuck, which apparently he made for his son, which is sweet, but that would be the last movie he would direct. The cast in this movie would star Ethan Wayne as Stan, who was in Return of the Living Dead, Nancy St. Murray as Adriana, Anne Bronson as Marion, Pepper Martin as Bob, who was in Return to Horror High, which is another bizarre horror movie I want to talk about someday, and also in Superman 2. Bobby Diamond as Rod, Hank Warden as John, Woody Strode as Charlie Winters, who did a lot of Western movies, Greg Palmer as Ross, Elvie Moore as Alan, who was in Intruder, Mortuary, and House 3, but its real title is The Horror Show. Dee Cooper as Fred, Julie Marine as Laura, who was in the original Incredible Hulk series, John Nowak as Jerry, who did stunts in Army of Darkness, House 3 aka The Horror Show, Critters, and the Star Trek series, and Bella Brooke as Maggie, who was in the 60s Addams Family TV show. Brian Quisenberry directed, wrote, and produced this movie. The cinematography was done by Richard Pepin, editing by B.W. Kestenberg, music by Joseph Conlan, and it was distributed by Calcom Releasing. It was shot in 1981, then released to theaters in 1983, but some sources say otherwise. I'm definitely gonna remember all those names when I watch the movie. The movie begins with this really strange, surreal scene where it pans by these three figurines of a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker, which ties in with the unused title. It then shows a clock, then pans back to the figurines, but two of them are decapitated, and the butcher is the only one intact and has blood on his cleaver. It pans back to the clock, and then the figure stares right back at us. It then cuts to a standard title card, and now the movie starts. Yeah, that opening scene has nothing to do with the rest of the movie onward. Bizarre is an understatement. I do quite like this scene, and it sets up the movie in an interesting way. Too bad it's completely unrelated to the rest of the story, which is a shame. Anyways, we see a shot of the mountains with the sun setting with this funky music. Our characters are just out having a good time, like this guy says.
We're just having a good time. We're just having a good time.
After a while, they finally land on the shore of the mountains, and after climbing up, they find this abandoned town. Apparently, they went out all the way here to camp out in this raggedy-ass town. Why?
Looks like this was a housing project built by the government.
After exploring it a bit, they all settle down for the night and start singing. This girl starts wandering around until this old guy catches her off guard.
Papa, you nearly scared the daylights out of me.
Then they walk together. Meanwhile, there's this strange aura. We cut back to the group inside, and they start making fun of the way this guy sleeps for some reason.
You gonna sleep with that on?
Meanwhile, outside, one of the guys is taking a cigarette break, and then nothing happens. One of the guys wakes up and hears some footsteps. And this girl with a flashlight starts running in the dark. We cut to this group of people in sleeping bags being watched. One of the girls wakes up and alerts the others, leading to the killer leaving the room quietly.
Laura?
Meanwhile, this guy is wandering outside, sits down, and notices someone. Oh, it's the girl from earlier. And he ran away for some reason. I guess he's scared of girls. She starts investigating this old cabin when she hears some strange noises. Blood starts dripping, and the body of the old man from earlier falls down, hanging on a noose. Wow, he's really scared of girls. The other guys wake up after hearing her scream, and then they go check up on her. Everyone is really shooken up about it. The whole group starts discussing whether or not it was someone in their group or an outsider that killed the guy.
Well, you don't seem to be too upset over your friend's death.
None of you seem too upset about anything. Here from then on out, I'll tell you now that the dialogue is very unemotional. I know it's a low-budget movie with actors just starting out, but the best you could do is act with some urgency. Everyone here feels so lifeless. Put some panic in your voices. It doesn't matter if it sounds fake as hell, as long as it's something. The whole group stays up for the night in case there's any more danger. Meanwhile, one of the guys starts to wander out in the dark to get himself a beer. After checking out one of the houses, he starts to get beaten up off screen. Why did not one of the dudes in the group go with him to make sure nothing happened?
I've never been in a situation like this before.
Well, that figures. After they cover the body up, they discuss about looking for clues on who the killer is. But no one acts on it. Then, this guy has the gall to say this.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Everyone won't be able to sleep after this. This one dude stays after the group leaves for no reason at all to check out the rest of the crime scene. And then he meets his inevitable demise. A third guy just died without anyone noticing again. This is the worst group ever. What is everyone doing? We see this whole arsenal of weapons hang on the wall. Meanwhile, this girl is humming for some reason.
Now, this is incredible. We could all be killed just like that, and we sit around like a bunch of idiots doing nothing.
Well, at least this guy is self-aware. The group decide to just stay up the whole night until then. It's morning now, and the group find out that their boats are missing, so now they're stranded. The only way out now is for some people in motorbikes to pick them up, but that'll never happen. So these buffoons and motorbikes show up out of nowhere, so the group takes advantage of this and steals their bikes. Just kidding. They are just strangers that are lost and offer one of them to get a ride off to get some help. People don't say bless you anymore, they just stare at you like this. After Luz gets stared at for just existing, it turns night and they start partying, even though 3 people just died. Okay, they are not actually partying, just listening to music, but I like to imagine that they would do that because they care so little. Lou wakes up from his alarm clock and tries to look for the others since he's alone. After looking around, a spider scares him and he seeks refuge in this cabin. And then one of the dead bodies gets up and grabs him. He does later on find the group though.
Lou, we've been looking all over for you.
You literally left him alone. What do you mean you were looking for him?
What? What are you mumbling about?
The red biker goes in the bar to get some coffee for this chick, and then notices a broken mirror, and in the reflection he sees himself with a bloody face. Tries to get out of there, and then the killer just throws him through a wall. The group investigate inside the bar, but find no one. Wow, I'm so glad to have you guys here. Come save me. Thank you so much for your help. The group is conflicted, not knowing what to do, and then they start bickering all of a sudden.
Well, you can take your positive attitude and you can stuff it.
Listen, mister, you can just kiss off. You've been a pain in the neck ever since we got here.
Oh, you can tell she was raised in a Christian household.
I don't take that kind of lip from anybody, let alone from any damn female.
After that, they make some sort of trap out of Dr. Pepper. Guys, what is this supposed to do against the killer? This isn't Home Alone. Somehow the trap works by alerting the group that the killer is nearby, but after chasing nothing, they find out it's just a possum off screen.
Well, what was it?
Nothing, Lou.
What do you mean nothing? Just a possum.
Great teamwork, guys. I think we will survive till the end of this night. One of the gals go out and... Okay, why do they keep exploring by themselves? There is a killer nearby. He has killed 4 of your members already. Stop going out. This dumbass girl trips on the trap they worked on somehow and dies. After the fog makes a cameo, the group hear a howl from outside. What is with the mystical ass sound? Then, the most strangest series of events start happening. A wolf, alongside a cowboy with 2 horses, show up out of nowhere to Aura Farm. One of the gals notice that the horse is carrying a body. This dude checks it out, and it's the body of Jerry, one of the group members. And instead of fighting or questioning the guy that has this body on his horse for some reason, they invite him for tea. What? The cowboy tells this whole story to this group, like a group of kids in library class, about how he used to sail on a boat.
I was a sailor, you know, for 40 years. Sailed the Horn 35 times.
He shows to the whole class this compass that starts moving by itself. Then, after aura farming some more, he leaves. What was the significance of that scene?
He never told us about Stan.
You never asked him to! They notice a light emanating from one of the empty houses and go investigate. Then they all get scared by a rat.
It's only rat.
This guy then goes back to the bar to grab some lanterns for the crew and stay out in this area instead of the bar. After the killer finds out they move to another area, this guy, for some reason, crashes out, leading to the killer to find out where they're hiding at now. Great. Now you sold the whole game. After these two prepare to jump the killer, they find out it's actually the red biker, Stan. One of the group members go back to the bar to get some supplies to help fix up Stan. Then he gets jumped by the killer.
Oh no! Oh, stop!
Even though we didn't see any blood, that part was actually pretty brutal. Bob hears his death screech, so he goes out to check it out, but not until he gets sliced by a scythe. Lou watches that whole ordeal happen, so he blocks the door from opening, so the killer won't come in. The others help, but it's no match. The killer is so strong that Lou somehow gets pulled out of the door and is about to get sliced open. But the cowboy from earlier starts shooting at the killer. He drops his weapon and the killer is revealed to be... Wait. Who are these two? Can I see the killer's body now? Where the hell is it? Lou luckily is still alive, but for some reason, the compass is next to him. Then we cut back to the opening scene again, but this time the butcher's head is cut off as well. And as the clock chimes, it pans to this painting of a sailor. And then the date, 1891. Flip the numbers and you get 1981, the year this movie came out.
My mind is blown right now. My mind is literally...
What the hell does any of this mean? If you don't already know, the killer turned out to be an invisible force. Yes, an invisible force that can somehow get shot down. What the f*** is this movie? Nothing in this whole movie makes any goddamn sense. And while this puzzling end sequence finishes, you're just left there confused, wondering what just happened, and wishing you just watched Wes Craven scream instead. This movie is so terrible, but yet so intriguing to me. What were they trying to accomplish here with the storytelling is beyond me. I wish I knew what was going through Brian Quisenberry's head when he was writing this script for the movie. It's clear he was trying to do a typical murder mystery slasher with a twist, but the twist is so confusing that any normal viewer watching this will leave scratching their heads. Even back then this movie was bad. It had very low ratings when it was just a bore to watch throughout. I haven't seen the rest of Brian Quisenberry's filmography, but I hope it got better because, seriously, what the hell is this? I also have a theory with the opening and ending sequences that the figurines represent the victims in this movie. And when their heads are chopped off and the butcher is left there with a bloody cleaver, we are left to assume that the butcher is the killer, representing the distrust within the group thinking that one of them is out there killing. But then when it's revealed that the butcher is dead as well, it shows that a supernatural force was out there murdering. And the painting of the sailor it pans to shows that it might have been the ghost of the sailor out there. And more proof cements this theory with the line of the cowboy telling a story of when he was a sailor this very night.
Me and the captain. We came here when they gave him nary another ship. Cool men, them that run the ships.
And the reason he was there at all to begin with is to stop the ghost of this cruel sailor. By shooting him. That's the best I could try to make out this story. And if that was the direction Brian Quisenberry was going for, I feel like it could have been told better. That story would have actually been interesting if the movie was good. The characters feel dull, same with the dialogue, but the atmosphere is pretty decent though. It does feel like an eerie, desolate ghost town with some of the establishing shots. The music placement is odd at times, but that's what to be expected with some of these older horror movies. Overall, don't waste your time with this movie. It is not that good. I give this movie a rating of 1 out of 5. Very boring and something you would forget about in a day. And that's a shame, because this could have been something really interesting, but it fumbles with the storytelling and acting. This was a little experiment for Brian Quisenberry, because making a horror movie was something he always wanted to do. So he did it, decided it wasn't for him, and moved on. I can respect that. He tried something different and new, and that's admirable. Later on in life, he would unfortunately pass away in 2017 at the long ripe old age of 84, and would be known for his role in Return of the Living Dead. Well, that was Scream 1981, a bizarre and terrible movie with some interesting history. If you enjoyed this video and made it to the end, please like and subscribe. This is my first time making a video like this, and it's been something I've always wanted to do, so I would appreciate it if you showed some support by simply liking the video or commenting. I want to do more videos like this in the future because this was fun to make, and I have a lot of ideas for some videos like this, so if you want to stick around for that, you can subscribe as well. Also, check out these 2 videos on Scream 81 as they are also pretty interesting and have inspired me to make this video. Links for them will be in the description. Anyways, see ya.